Secrets of coins, revealing the rare coins in history, disclosed.
A quarter that almost everyone thought was just another coin in circulation. But some of these coins have quietly sold for astonishing sums of money, shocking collectors and casual holders alike. Support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. Today, we're uncovering one of the most misunderstood and overlooked quarters in U.S. history, the 1965 quarter dollar. At first glance, it seems ordinary, plain, and plentiful. But as you'll see, rarity doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, right in your pocket or coin jar. Before we dive into the details, take a moment and consider this. Have you ever checked the quarters in your old collections, drawers, or change jars? Because the story of the 1965 quarter dollar begins exactly there, with people who never expected to find value in coins minted for everyday use. At first glance, the 1965 quarter looks completely normal. George Washington on the obverse, the bald eagle on the reverse, standard weight, standard metal, clad after silver coinage ended in 1964. To most, it's just another post-silver quarter. But here's where the story gets interesting. 1965 was a turning point for U.S. coinage. It marked the end of 90% silver in quarters and dimes and the start of clad coinage. The mint was under immense pressure. Silver shortages, high demand, and production challenges made 1965 one of the most transformative years for American coinage. Many collectors assume that post-silver quarters from 1965 are completely common, and for most, they are. But among them, there exist rare varieties and errors that can bring significant value. These include double dies, minting anomalies, and off-center strikes. One of the most sought-after versions is the 1965 double die obverse. At first, it's almost impossible to spot. Washington's portrait looks normal, but when examined closely, certain features, like the date, letters, and motto, reveal subtle doubling. Only a handful of these coins were produced before the die was corrected. Another important rarity comes from mint mark differences and early experimental dies that were occasionally used at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins with specific die characteristics can fetch five-figure sums, far exceeding what most people expect for a coin that looks so ordinary. The 1965 quarter dollar's historical context adds even more intrigue. This was a time when silver coins were being phased out. Collectors were suddenly scrambling to preserve older coins. Circulation strikes were ignored, discarded, or saved without any thought to rarity. That combination of high production and low attention creates the perfect environment for hidden treasures to emerge decades later. So, how can you tell if you might have one of these valuable quarters? Start with the date. 1965. Check the mint mark carefully. A small D for Denver or no mark for Philadelphia. Look closely at the details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Examine lettering and numerals for doubling, misalignment, or anomalies, and inspect the edges. Off-center or partial strikes can dramatically increase value. Now the most important warning: do not clean the coin. Do not polish it. Do not try to correct or alter it in any way. One careless move can destroy its collectible worth. If you think you found a rare 1965 quarter, professional authentication is crucial. A certified grading can turn what looks like an everyday coin into a documented, high-value collector item. The lesson from the 1965 quarter dollar is simple but profound. Value doesn't always come from age or silver content. Sometimes it comes from subtle anomalies, production quirks, and sheer scarcity that most people overlook. And if a coin from 1965 can hide such incredible potential, imagine what else might be waiting in drawers, jars, or collections you haven't checked. In the world of coins, the most remarkable treasures often hide in plain sight. The next great discovery might already be yours.